Welcome back to Reflex ZT. My name is Acebek, and I'm joined by a new commentator. As Rel has decided to go away a little bit because he wanted to look at his brother who is playing with his team Link in the lower brackets. So we'll have to see how that is going to turn out. Introduce yourself to the stream, my friend.
Well, my name is Pascal van Dijk, or as well as everyone on the server knows me, Niver. And yeah, I'm excited for this game.
Niver, I think you are the only one of two people at this LAN that can say you've been to every single Reflex DT. Yeah. Every single one. Even Reflex 1, and I wasn't there myself.
Modern Warfare 2,
yeah, that's a long time. Were you actually at Dutch GameCon as well?
I was, yeah.
You were?
Yeah.
Like you have been to one more console LAN than I have when it comes to Modern Warfare.
I win.
At least once to Call of Duty on Xbox. Oh well, that's you can't have them all, I guess. But yeah, it's pretty decent. We're ready to go here. We have ourselves a decent matchup. It's going to be the Dragons versus EpsyloN. EpsyloN, they just managed to win versus Mythics, and I'm not even going to lie. EpsyloN won the CTF 0-5. Then they won the SND 4-0, and then they won the CTF follow-up 5-1.
Wow.
They are completely on. I can only say one thing. Knowing how Dragons had such an issue trying to get past PMP, EpsyloN should have zero issues getting past EpsyloN versus Dragons here.
Yeah. We've played Dragons in the middle bracket yesterday, and yeah, we pretty much had a good run. I think we won one map CDF. I expected a harder time against them, and well, if I see how EpsyloN's playing right now. And they're on fire, like you said. I think they're gonna take this. I do hope that the Dragons pick this up, though.
Yeah, I do hope so. I do hope that we have a bit of an upset. PMP yesterday has already proven that the lesser-known team or lesser-known teams can actually win versus EpsyloN.
Every Reflex.
Every single time it happens, they always go towards that middle bracket.
Yeah, there's always one team that shows up, nobody knows them, and they fucking win and beat
like,
some top
who are you? You're Apex. Okay, let's go. We'll send you into those middle brackets. Go. Like, go away.
Yeah, but I think, how is that possible? Is there something like, are the top teams used to playing other top teams, so they know their strategies, they know how they play, and they just play like on another level or something?
It's always a sovereign European team as well. Yeah. Either the Spanish, either it's Portuguese. In this case, they're Italian.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Like we have actually taken a look at the PMP playstyle as well. They're very, very active, right? Yeah. Extremely. They make a lot of. They have a lot of activity. Like they look up and down. They go throughout. They don't play very passively, and I think that is kind of what people are expecting these days. So maybe that's something to do with it. Maybe they're kind of approaching the Modern Warfare 2 approach to the game rather than the current playstyle where people are sitting at ACRs.
Yeah, that's the whole point. You come to a tournament and you put down a new playstyle and nobody expects it.
Exactly.
And then you fucking...
And then you win. Then you just win. Yeah. And then it only takes time to adapt.
If the teams adapt to it, then they can take it.
Let's take it towards the first map, though. It is Dragons versus EpsyloN. We'll be on board with Dragons right off the bat. We have ourselves the lineup. It's going to be Monks, Tier 1, Excellence, and Torres. Tier 1 apparently has gotten himself a bit of a warning, considering he was a little bit too loud earlier on.
The littlest guy on the LAN and the biggest mouth. We know
he has gotten a little bit fatter though. like I remember from a couple of rounds back. He used to be fairly slender. Like he's widened out a little bit. So all that esports cocaine money has really not helped.
I think Alex is giving him too much money for food.
That must have been it. Well, he is pretty much our star player when it comes to that.
He's the clutch player of the
Carnage, Prodigy, Agony, and Diablo will be on EpsyloN.
Yeah. Well, Carnage is just a fucking tank. I saw him play against, what was it? A 4-piece on the flag, on bootleg, on the stream. Wow, fucking insane.
And Prodigy as well. Prodigy was actually so annoyed that they could not play versus PMP in this matchup, because he so wanted to go for another match there. Even though actually at the moment I'm quite surprised. We have the Dragons already up on towards a 1 flag. But they are on the easier side, and I don't think it's going to get past much more than a 1-0, and then EpsyloN is going to warm up and start to storm the castle.
He's actually going to take this. He can probably stop this flag if he gets good positioning. He's on his own though. His team still needs to spawn in. Where is the flag? Where is the flag? Oh, actually he's fully stunned. I don't think he can take this. They already capped it.
There it is. It's 1-1.
Teamwork.
EpsyloN are already coming back. EpsyloN so far, let's see how they've been doing so far in lockdown before. They've already played twice on this map before. picking up at least 5 flags on average every single time they play it.
Wow.
Every single time they play it, on average, they pick up 5 and only getting counter-capped twice.
Yeah, I saw them play against Lowland Lions. I think this is one of their strongest maps on CDF.
It definitely looks like it. Their other strongest map would be Bootleg. And their weakest map is actually Seatown.
Yeah, people want to remove that map. People don't like that map
Yeah,
on the server.
like I talked to all the top players, and they're like, "Why are we removing Seatown?
Yeah.
It's a great map." And all this, no, the spawns are terrible on the well side.
Yeah, that's probably true though. Sometimes you sit at the right side of the map, at the well, and for some reason, even if you sit there with 2 people, they should spawn on the left side.
But they spawn right there.
There's like one player that spawns there, and then he can clutch it for his whole team, and it's just ridiculous. There's like no reward for getting 4 men down nowadays, and that's
It's kind of like how domination was at the beginning of previous
exactly.
Reflex previous tools. Agony with a nice little 2-piece on towards an ace. It's trying to reach that flag out of there. It's currently 2-1 in this series. Dragons trying to extend a little bit. Dragons in general, though, on lockdown, they've played it 3 times, getting an average of, let's see here, they've actually picked up 14 flags in total, getting 4 counter caps. So playing out of 3, that's quite decent to say the least. An average of 4.5 flags. So when it comes to this, like, this is also the Dragons' best map.
Yeah.
Easily.
He's actually it's not gonna stop this flag. Agony just picked up 2 amazing kills. T1 and Taurus are still alive though. They're gonna pull this flag. This is gonna be a little bit of a statement here. T1 trying to push up to that flag. He knows where he is, but there's probably a defender there. And he
Unlucky.
gets knifed in the face.
Trying to go versus Agony on the knife with 1 minute to go. Let's see what kind of setup we have. Both sides are on that flag. Monks is looking to get that flag carrier down, but he will have 2 defenders there. Who's got the flag here? It's going to be Torres with that ACR sitting by bicycles. He's going to have a good defense around him. EpsyloN in the meantime, down that middle, but it's all going to be up towards Tier 1, who's sitting here, just waiting to make his move inside through that arch, because there we go. Cook?
He's probably waiting on EpsyloN to push up so they can go together.
Yeah, absolutely. But EpsyloN has gone down, so he's going to need to go back towards the drawing board. Does pick up the first one on towards Diablo. 22 seconds remaining, they need to do something quickly. Tier 1 is going to commit.
He's going to try this. Yeah, he's waiting on his teammates, that's for sure. Now he's going.
He has no time to wait for his teammates.
Yeah, that's 3 down.
And we may actually, I don't think there's enough time to see a cap anyway, because Torres is pretty much holding his ground. And actually, this is a bit of an unconventional spot, to say the least. It's going to be 2-1 in the first half on the easier side for the Dragons. I don't think EpsyloN should have too much issue picking it up.
No. It's a good result if you get like 1 flag down at the bad side. It's a good result. So I think EpsyloN gonna take this. It's gonna push them so hard. Expecting Carnage to fucking go huge again, like he's doing the whole event right now. They're such emotional players though, the French.
Sorry?
The French are always such emotional players.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
That's why I like them as well.
Yeah.
Like Carnage is like some people say that they're a little bit arrogant. I just think they're very expressive.
Yeah.
That would probably be a good way of saying it in this case. But look at this. Carnage on the rampage once again, has putting himself in a good position. Gets like the first one. Prodigy has picked up the flag.
T1 taking him down. Ooh, T1 taking the double there. Agony trying to push up corridors. Tank taking down. Oh.
Agony not with the best stun in the world. This is going to be a kill though.
That's going to be stuck. The face. Oh, no,
and a team.
Wow.
That's they must have gone. That must have not been the best kind of. It's a shame that we didn't have camera perspective at that point in time, because then it would just be Carnage like slapping like Agony on the head. Like, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, wow.
This is a. EpsyloN seem to are struggling.
Yeah, they're struggling on the good side. That's clear. Oh, actually taking out Prodigy. They could actually pull this flag.
Carnage.
No, Taurus takes him down.
Yes, definitely trying. There were some issues with the EpsyloN lineup before this event. Carnage kind of dropping from the team, then getting picked up again. I wonder, really interesting how that happened.
Yeah, he was saying on Twitter to watch something, but he didn't
Yes,
exactly
yes,
tell
yes.
what.
It was kind of vague booking.
Yeah.
It was like something happened, but I don't want to talk about it. It's like, then why are you
Then why are
talking
you
about it?
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It was kind of weird. And they actually, at some point during the event, Daredevil told me that was that they were actually kind of annoyed by Agony's performance and that they'd rather have Daredevil back again to have the
Yeah.
Battle of Amsterdam lineup,
Yeah,
which
that's-
worked so well.
That was pretty obvious. They didn't want him.
It was actually that final was actually ridiculous with Apex going in towards the final with a +3 and actually EpsyloN winning like 4 maps back to back and just absolutely rampaging through. It was completely and utterly ridiculous.
Against Infusion, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They're playing so fucking good. They were just on fire, just going through that loser bracket.
Carnage in the meantime getting himself a nice 2-piece in toward that middle, on towards the setup. Currently it is a 2-on-2 in flags. EpsyloN did manage to get it back, get a cap just now, and they are trying to set up for yet another one. Alright, Carnage. Agony on towards that long. Diablo looking to pick up a flag here. Does he have some support? He's going to have to wait a little bit. There's 2 by pillars. There's the first.
There's the first one.
I think he's going to be able to do it, actually.
Oh, no, there's one there.
There's not enough support. And all of a sudden, the Fariko lineup back on the action.
Rico needs to get this flag in. They now got the chance to spawn trap them. And that's what they're doing. Hoping to push fire and get that flag wall. The last 1 minute 24. Ooh,
Carnage. Beautifully done. Take down tier 1 with the Python, the follow-up. No,
yeah,
won't
that's what I
be
mean. They got them spawn trap and pulling. Oh, Prodigy is on the flag as well. He's pulling mannequins.
by himself.
By himself. Is he gonna clutch this? I don't know. There's probably one at fire.
Carnage will need to go for the intercept. No, is it actually going to be Agony on the
Agony?
intercept? He needs to.
Oh,
Nope, not going to be
yeah,
enough.
That's what I mean.
Oh, this is going to be a flag
clutch
return.
by Excellency. Great play by Fariko.
This should be a
Fariko
Fariko map at this
Yeah.
rate. Even though Monksy has having some issues trying to get the cap in, Carnage desperately trying to come in. There it is. That's going to be a kill.
Another good place to challenge someone. Is Prodigy. He knows there's someone up there. He's probably on top bridge. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he could pick him up.
Already presents himself quite nicely. Where's his support? There is one inside. This 2 by flag. There we go. Let's see if tier 1 on the other end. Yeah, this performance on Fariko is very, very strong. This is their strongest CTF map.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, this is also EpsyloN's strongest CTF map.
Yep. Ooh, 3 down for Fariko right now. Is Carnage gonna? He knows there's still someone here.
Prodigy with the support. Carnage going through mannequins you go, up towards bicycles.
T1 got the flag as well. Is he gonna pull this away? Is he gonna make it in time to church?
EpsyloN will need to get this cap in order to tie things off in towards this 3-3. They should be able to do. Oh no, tier 1 has the flag.
Oh, actually picking up 2.
That's bad. Tier 1 is on the other side of the map. It's all going to be up towards Diablo. Diablo. Oh,
no,
the flag is going to get returned.
This is not gonna happen.
No.
This is not gonna happen. Fariko Dragons playing really well on the bad side here. Wow.
Very well done.
Very well played.
Excellent play. We're going to see Dragons picking up map number 1 here on Lockdown. Search and Destroy. Search and Destroy. CTF. My apologies.
Great play, great play. Excellently going huge with that return there. For Monks, wow, slaying monster there.
Yeah. Underperformance by EpsyloN.
Yep.
Very surprising. Very, very surprising. Like here we have the stats in front of us. Let's see if we can make anything of these. 21-16 there by Agony. 13-14 by Carnage. Carnage underperforming.
Yep. Oh, I expected big clutches from him.
Yeah, absolutely. Like running in flags. It almost seems like the team play was a little bit underdeveloped that time around. They managed to get in towards the sites, but it was when they it was by themselves. There was no support in that particular situation. They did not manage to clean out any of the sites, and that was pretty much the end of that. We're going to move on towards Search and Destroy on Arcade.